Chiefs Kingdom, we've got a spicy one today. Chris Jones' snap load and all-around workload are dominating the conversation, and there's buzz that it could push Kansas City toward a surprising move at the trade deadline. Not a panic move, an opportunistic one. Something that keeps 95 fresh for the stretch run and makes this defense even scarier when the weather turns cold and the games get tight. If you're new here, this is Kansas City Chiefs Today. Daily news, rumors, and real talk for the kingdom. We're on the road to 5,000 subs, so smash that subscribe and let's cook. Because if the front office makes a move, you'll hear it here first, with context that actually makes sense. And right now, the context is simple. Chris Jones is too important to be anything less than peak Chris Jones in December and January. If the snap counts and usage keep pushing the red line, the Chiefs may have to take the pressure off in the smartest way possible, by adding help. Let's set the table. In Steve Spagnuolo's system, Jones is the cheat code. He wrecks carefully drawn blocking plans, forces quarterbacks to speed up, and turns third and manageable into third and nope. When he's lined up inside, his first step ruins guards. When he kicks outside, his length and hands overwhelm tackles. He's the gravity that makes everyone else look better. But gravity has a cost. The more you rely on it, the more you feel it. Defensive tackle is trench warfare. Every snap is a car crash followed by a hand fight. The best interior rushers carry bruises like badges, and it's why rotations matter. Fresh legs amplify Spag's multiplicity. Stunts, simulated pressures, late line shifts that force protection errors, and keep the closing kick nasty. Kansas City knows this. We've seen the formula in deep playoff runs. Keep your star fresh, unleash him at money time. The difference this year is how relentlessly offenses are sliding and chipping toward Jones. If he's absorbing extra bodies and playing heavy minutes, the counterpunch is obvious. Add another problem for offenses to solve. Take one blocker off Jones' plate by giving them someone else to fear. Here's how the workload storyline connects to a potential move. First, fourth quarter juice. Jones is a closer. He buries drives when the game is on the line. If earlier snap volume drains the tank, your finishing power drops. A well-timed trade for an interior disruptor or a stout run stuffer can buy back late-game explosiveness by shaving 8 to 10 high-collision snaps off Jones' night. Second, the pass rush ecosystem. When offenses devote two bodies to Jones, edges get one-on-ones. If a rotation piece inside can win just often enough, protections can't cheat. Suddenly, the stunts hit cleaner, the loops open wider, and the quarterback can't sit. That ripple effect might show up as one extra hurry per quarter, small on paper, huge on third down. Third, situational football. 2-minute drill, red zone, and those nasty third and fours are the moments you want Jones dialed to 11. If he's not dragging through prior series, he wins with that pop we all know. A deadline pickup who handles some early down grunt work, eating doubles in the A and B gaps, muddying the mesh on zone runs, lets Jones choose his violence where it matters most. And fourth, the coverage partnership. Pressure and coverage are a handshake. If Jones forces early throws, corners feast. But if the rush arrives a beat late, the back end lives longer on islands. One extra interior win per series can mean a safer call sheet and more disguised looks. A depth add up front protects your secondary by shrinking the quarterback's decision window. Let's talk options because unexpected trade doesn't have to mean blockbuster. Start with the interior. A veteran 3-tech who can flash quickness on passing downs would be ideal. Someone who threatens the edge of the guard, even if he isn't a double-digit sack guy. He doesn't need to be Chris Jones. He needs to be annoying enough that protection slides can't be automatic. A second path is a pure 1-tech nose who anchors versus the run. Picture a squatty fire hydrant who turns double teams into stalemates and keeps linebackers clean. That guy reduces Jones' early down pounding, keeps the defense on schedule, and earns you more third and longs, aka Spag's playground. There's also the edge wildcard. If the right price emerges for a length and bend rusher who can close from wide 9, it stacks pressure angles and lets Spags move Jones across the formation without telegraphing where the heat is coming from. You get more NASCAR packages, more picker stunts, and more chaos on passing downs. What about the other side of the ball? If the Chiefs believe the defense is already a top-tier unit but want to maximize each Jones snap by building leads, a possession receiver or a swing tackle could be in play. A chain-moving wideout who wins on option routes keeps the offense ahead of the sticks, which changes how often Jones even has to defend short yardage. A depth tackle gives you protection flexibility for long, late-season drives. From an asset standpoint, a mid-round pick or a player-for-player move could make sense, especially for a veteran on an expiring deal whose current team is retooling. The goal isn't to win the transaction headlines. The goal is to buy efficiency, fewer punishing reps for 95, more turbo reps when the money's on the table. Fans feel this. You watch the body language. You hear the pads. When Jones is fresh, the whole defense plays louder. When he's dragging, offenses breathe for half a drive. Talk radio frames it as ride your horse, but smart fans know the marathon is won by pacing, not sprinting. The loudest cheers in January often come from rotations built in October. Media chatter is already connecting dots. Usage spikes, trench depth, and the calendar creeping toward the deadline. It's not a panic narrative, it's a competitive window narrative. The Chiefs are in year whatever of the Mahomes era where banners are the metric. If there's a cost-effective vet who raises the floor and ceiling of your front, that's a GM's job. Remove stress before it becomes a headline. Inside the locker room, a sensible addition sends the right message. It says, "We see what you're sacrificing and we've got your back." It preserves Jones' voice as the tone setter while reinforcing the culture: smart, unselfish, relentless. Nothing fractures a team, everything sharpens it. Zoom out to the AFC arms race. You know the usual suspects: teams with battering ram run games, quarterbacks who extend plays, coordinators who script 15 clever ways to slow your star. January football is a trench referendum. If you can crush the pocket from the inside on 3rd and 6 with the game on the line, you flip the bracket in your favor. That's where a small October move becomes a big January moment. One more interior win against a top seed. One more hurry that floats a ball for your ballhawk. One more 3rd and long that lets Spags unleash something diabolical. The path to Vegas runs through the A-gap as much as it does through the highlight reels. So where does this leave Kansas City? Simple checklist. First, monitor the snap distribution over the next couple of games. If the defense can hold serve with a tick more rotation and still keep its teeth, you buy time. If the load keeps creeping up and the fourth quarter juice dips, you lean into the phone lines. Second, identify role clarity. Are you buying a pass down 3-tech spark or an early down anchor? Decide that before you shop. Third, make sure the personality fits. You're not renting headaches, you're renting answers. A veteran who embraces Kansas City's standard can make a massive difference by week 18. Finally, remember the mission. This isn't about headlines. It's about maximizing Chris Jones at the exact moments that define seasons. If a modest move helps your best defensive player be his best self when it matters, that's a championship decision every single time. Alright, Kingdom, your turn. Do the Chiefs make an unexpected move to ease the load on 95, or do they trust the current rotation and keep the powder dry? I want your read on the position group, the price point, and the playoff math. Drop your takes in the comments and join the road to 5,000 subs here on Kansas City Chiefs Today.